Okay then, so I thought we would go exploring a little bit with a hammer and a screwdriver and kind of show you guys what kind of shape this car is actually in. I know it looks good. I did that body work that shouldn't happen thing about 3 years ago, and it kind of, it's like pancake makeup. It kind of covered up the worst of it, but I just wanted to show you this part because I know some people are going to think that I'm just doing this just because I'm a brutal pig or something, like sending cars to their graves. I don't, but let's go look, see what happens here. Does that look like something you'd want to restore? I don't think so. Let's go look around at the other side. I warned you, it's ugly. Yeah, I know what's under that quarter panel. See how it sticks too far down? It's crunchy already. Let's give it a hit right about right. About right here. Yep. About one right here. Yep. Yep. That's rotted out galvanized metal that they patched it with years ago, I guess. Now here's some of my more recent repairs that I did, which weren't any better, but they are more recent. Isn't that beautiful? Let's just dump that all out there. Hey, look at my hand here. I think my hand or something. I guess I'm alright. As alright as I ever get. It's even started to rust that piece of metal I put in there. What that is? It's a little filter or something up in there. See, this is not factory sheet metal. This is more galvanized stuff. Somebody on the back. That's where I filled it with some aluminum foil. Cap to something. Powerade fell out. I wish this would be like our Peak's wall where I'd find some treasures in here. I haven't found any yet. Unless you consider a whole bunch of rust as a treasure. See, that's what I'm saying. Outside quarters done, inside quarters done. All done. Secure itself far up this nose. Let's get rid of that corner right there. We don't need that anymore, do we? We'll just get that out of our way. Yeah, we're getting to some factory sheet metal there. Finally, looks like. Well, no. Yeah, right there's extra stuff. Let's see if we can peel off some of this. Oh, there's some. Good. It's all galvanized and rivets. See? See the rivets? Howard, are you cringing yet? Good Lord. Excuse me. Where does it stop at? Looks like right about right here is the line. So this fender, at least right here in this spot, is reconstructed from there down. Now you see what a good job I did at disguising all this. I'm telling you, call it body work that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have happened. Let's move forward. Let's see, that wheel arches got some problems, I know. Let's investigate. Yeah, the arch on this side is okay, but the lip is about gone on it. Yeah, it's got part of a lip there, but it's just not, that's about it. The outline is there. But you start poking it, you ain't got much left in there. See? Yeah, this is the one I had to rebuild. I see some of my handiwork there. The chicken wire. You see that? The piece flew away, but I had chicken wire in there. I did that. I'll take ownership of that. Metal left to put anything to. Yep, okay. Well, you get the idea. See, that goes straight through there. Got a corner. I bet nothing's wrong with this corner. Oh yeah, feels nice and solid. Open that door so I don't accidentally hit my door, because I'm going to try to sell these doors. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong there. Yep. Yep, it's okay. Nothing wrong there. That's actual solid metal right there, I think. Going back into it. I don't think this corner was as bad as the other one. But still got it. Still got a 1/4 inch Bondo on it. Yep. Yep, so that's their handiwork, the rivets again. Let's just peel this side of the car off, shall we? They might want a legitimate piece of old vintage Bondo. Here again. How far up you gonna go before you run into actual sheet metal? Oh, I'm under the metal, no wonder. Yeah. Yeah, let's peel that away. Yeah. Well, that was some craftsmanship, wasn't it? Yep. Still galvanized. Yep, that's a piece of galvanized. Look at that. They put layers. It's like a armadillo shell. Put layers and layers of stuff on it. Just to build a... Yeah, okay. What is that in there? It looks like, you see that? Looks like expanded foam. That's what that is. Yeah, somebody filled it up with expanding foam. Ah, boy. This is bad. Got Bondo up here on it. Reef. So the whole, yeah, there's nothing left. I think that's a piece of galvanized there. So yeah, yeah, you guys up there, why is that not zooming? There we go. Seen that before. I think my camera started again. I was just saying, I think you guys up north are probably saying, yep, seen that before. Look at that. It's ugly. But, you know, that's the way it is. So they riveted, galvanized, and made a quarter panel, and then skinned it with a whole bunch of Bondo. Wow. Wow, this poor old car. So now you see why I'm saying this thing is just so rotten, man. It ain't even worth trying to fix now. Again, I wasn't being ugly, but the people that say, oh, that can be fixed easy. You well and all that. Yeah. Something like that. Let's go look at one other spot up here. And I want to look at these. I want to look at this rocker panel here and just see if it's got Bondo in it, or that's just the rocker panel just rusting itself out. That's just the rocker panel rusting stuff out. One of these was bad. I had to work on it. I won't use the term repair. I had to work on it. That ain't a repair. That was just a hack job what I did. But it's okay because I admitted it being a hack job. See if this was the one that was kind of... Maybe not. Maybe one of these is okay, but yeah, no, something's up here. This thing's got primer under it. See right there? Well, okay, enough of that. Guys, I appreciate you watching and coming along with me. And I know things tend to take a drastic turn sometimes, but like I said, I've been thinking this over, and just, you know, this car just, I'm sorry, but it's just not a viable candidate to restore further. You drive it for a little bit longer like it is, but you know, it's just really, in my opinion, just unsafe now. So time to say goodbye. We'll make another one live, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Bye. Well then, I think I'm to the point I'm going to take a little break for some lunch, if it's all right with you guys. But I thought in the meantime I'd show you what we got going on back here. It ain't pretty. So I'm devoting today to getting this thing as far apart as I can, to the point where at least it'll still roll and move and drive and stuff, and then the rest of it, everything else I want to take off or out, I'll do that. Store it, and then tomorrow I'm going to work on finishing up that Ron's car and getting it out of where it'll start and move out, and then we'll get this one in and pull the engine out of it and transmission out and roll it back outside and park it where it needs to be, and also pull the glass out of it too at that point. And then we're going to pull the rear end out, and we're going to just set it up on jack stands, and then the carcass can go away. Probably going to sell those doors as well. Anyway, what we got here, I took the bumper off. It did come off, left the brackets. Brackets are semi-permanently rust welded to the car, so I wasn't about to deal with that. And got the front clip off of it. We'll walk around and look at that here in a second. I got the taillights out too. Got everything out, basically everything out of the back here. Still got the wiring harness I got to get out. Got to disconnect it from the fuel tank. But again, you can see just how rough this car is. So if you had any doubts whether it was really worthy of just being a parts car, there you go. That, yep. So, and then got that out and launched into the interior. The interior's a mess. It's just a rusty, corroded mess. I'm part of a build sheet there. It's all wet. It's no use. I already got another one anyway. But one thing really concerning is right around these seat mounts that start to rust. The rust hole there. It's got that. We'll walk around the other side of the front end. Got a big gaping hole in there now. That's the inside of the car. Even bigger gaping hole up here. There's a hole there. There you go. Look at this. A lot of water passing down the cowl. Again, the seat mounts. Both of them are rusted on this side badly. So holes here. And the seat belt mount. I didn't even probe this side over here, but it's probably, yeah, that's all. I can chip that out with my finger just about. That's all. It's all gone. And there's bugs in here. Saw one laying somewhere in here. Ugh. Yeah, right there. Saw a live one over here somewhere else. It's just disgusting, man. Ugh. I couldn't believe this thing was this nasty underneath the floors. No treasures. I didn't find anything. No paperwork or anything. Here's the left rear seat belt. We might just tear that off there. A little bit of work there. I think we about got it. It's coming. Saves me from having to unbolt it. A little more, I think, just a little more than they had it. Ding, 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 ding. It's that close. We almost got it. There we go. Let's see. That around there. Yeah, like that. Just twist the rest of it off there. Should have it. There. There we go. See, that just came right out easily. All right. Put that over there. All right, good. So anyway, guys, you get the idea. I know it's, like I said, I was a little sad to see this old car go away, but it's junk. It's all good, quite a few good parts on it, but otherwise, the body is junk. J-U-N-K, junk. So, and you never stop that rust like that. You know, if it's that bad, the old saying goes, and you guys from up there in the salt belt know exactly what I mean when I say this. It's not the rust you can see that you need to worry about, it's the rust you don't see. So that's a lesson when you buy an old car like this, especially if you're up north and you got a car like Ohio or New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, someplace like that, Indiana, all those states up there, you know, that somebody's got a car and it's like this one, you see, oh man, there's all shiny paint and everything. Look how nice the paint is on it. Paint looks great on it. Well, you can see the paint looked pretty decent on this car and it covered up a nasty situation. So anyway, that's it, guys. So I will probably post a postscript to this at some point coming up when this thing is ready to go away for good. But in the meantime, I'm just going to continue with what I'm doing here. And I guess this is the killing field back here. But like I said, I don't like to do these. I don't like to park cars out. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for not a whole lot of gain. But, you know, there again, it's done. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna put this clip in. I had made a little video on this one thing that I had somehow, I guess, deleted it. I don't know where it went, but I wanted to show you why that I decided to actually quit driving this car and to not fix it or do anything else with it. And the reason why I say it's gotten unsafe to drive is because the frame, I've showed you this before, but we'll take one more look at it. The frame back here where the leaf springs mount is going away big time. I went back and looked at another video of it from several years ago, and it shocked me how bad this thing has rusted away. So it's in a critical spot, as I've said, and you know that in and of itself is fixable, but it combined with every other thing wrong with this car, it's just too much. So you know, it's gonna donate parts and then be recycled into something else. And so, like I said earlier in this videos, I don't like doing that, but sometimes, you know, you have to take a look at what you have and what you can work on, time and money wise, and you have to decide what's the weakest one. And this one was the weakest one by far, and I got another one that may be the next weakest. We'll see. So let's take a look up under here. Try not to make you dizzy, but if we come under here and look at this area right here, this is your leaf spring going forward. It's got a mounting point up ahead of the rear wheel on that side, and then over here it bolts in. That's a bracket right there. It's that's either a bolt, or I think that's a bolt head possibly. There you can see it's got a bracket there where that hanger is connected. That's a bracket, that piece there is, and then it bolts into this guy right here. I'm trying to get the camera and the light and everything to show you. Anyway, bolts into that. I guess that's a bolt. I see the end of it, and there's the other one. And this is a structural member of the car, and so this is all supposed to be one piece, and it's not supposed to be rusted. So anyway, you got a lot of stresses here with this thing. Spring, that's, you know, this, for lack of a better term, this isn't going to work here because how rusted away this all is. You see up in there or not, I don't know very well, but anyway, this frame here is rusted, and it's rusted on up. There's spots up in it on up forward too, and the trunk floor, as you saw, is rusting along the top of this thing. So, and of course we got that inner quarters, somebody made that out of galvanized again. So anyway, it's just this is dangerous, because what will happen if this decides to go is that it's either going to try to push this into the spring up through the trunk floor, or that's probably the best case scenario. And then if it comes loose here and the rear wheel alignment goes wonky, then you could end up in the ditch or flip it or something like that. And so I'm just not about to risk that. No car. This one is not quite as bad, but it's still got frame rail rust, and all this is, I mean, you know, really, it's just too bad. Of course, now I knew this car was rusty when I bought it, so there's no, you know, don't anybody feel sorry. So, oh, it's too bad it turned out that way for you. But no, I knew this car was, you know, really, it wasn't really supposed to be lasting this long. This was gonna be its fate at some point anyway. So that's, anyway, that time is now. So we've got to go ahead and do that. And I've been working on it, as you've seen in the last part of the videos. And so I know somebody's gonna say, well, you can fix that. Well, yeah, I could. So I'll just list off to you what it will need. If you want me to stop now and sell you this car, then I'll tell you what it's gonna, the only things it's gonna need, just like they say in Craigslist videos, all it needs is a couple inner fender aprons, a firewall patch on one side, 4 floor pans, possibly a transmission tunnel patch, fixed around the windshield, that needs to be taken out, 2 inner wheel houses, 2 outer wheel houses, 2 rocker panels, 2 outside quarters, 2 inside quarters, trunk pan, rear frame rails, the rear trunk patch across the panel across the back, and maybe some frame patching up under the center of it. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. So if you want that, I'll see this car reasonable after I get all my parts out of it, of course. So it won't be an engine or a transmission or any wiring or any rear end in it. No doors, no glass, but it'll make a good parts car, or a good project car actually. So this part up here, you know, really this is the part of the car that could be even more dangerous than the rear of it if it was going away. And this part up here, I guess, got, you know, a lot of undercoating put on it, so it did actually save this one versus what happened at the back of it back there. But all right, guys, enough talking, get on with it. And so I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'll do, like I said, I'll do little pictures or a video or something when I have this thing all the way apart and it's ready to be hauled off. See you then. Now I'll see you then. Let's try that again. Dum, dum, dum.